Hola y buenos días. Soy yo, el señor Morris. ¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos sean todos. Welcome back for a new unit of instruction here on Elementary Spanish. Now, this unit is called ¿Cuánto y cuándo? See the question marks? Yeah, that means that these are question words. They mean how much and when. So this unit, we'll be talking about weighing things and measuring things. And you can use your knowledge of weighing and measuring and apply it to what we'll be studying in this unit. Now, you might want to brainstorm about all of the things that we weigh and measure as we start this unit so that you can get into the right frame of mind. Also in this unit, we'll be talking about a very important holiday that they celebrate in some parts of the Spanish-speaking world called El Día de los Muertos. Now, if you've been with us before in the Spanish program, you may already know something about it. But one thing that remains the same about this unit is our opening song. Let's go ahead and sing it now. Canten conmigo. Hola, hola, buenos días, bienvenidos, ¿cómo están? Todos juntos ya estamos listos para aprender. Muy bien cantado. Now, as I told you, we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing today, so let's get started with the alphabet. After we watch the alphabet video, I'll be giving you a dictation activity. So be sure to have your notebook or some scratch paper and something to write with ready so that you can all participate. Ahora, presten atención y repitan todos.
A. América. B. Biblioteca. C. Ciudad. Che. Chico. B. 2. E. Escuela. F. Familia. G. Gobierno. H. Hospital. I. Iberia. J. Juego. K. Kilo. L. Libro. Y. Llama. M. México. N. 9. Ñ. Ñoclo. O. Oficina. P. Policía. Q. 15. R. Restaurante. R. Correos. S. 7. T. Tío. U. 1. B. 20. W. Washington. X. Xilófono. Y. Yo. Z. Zoológico.
Muy bien. Ahora, saquen papel y algo para escribir y empezamos el dictado. Go ahead and get ready to write these letters. Now, this first one's kind of tricky. AJ. La AJ. I'll give you a hint. It's not one that we have in English. Did you write down this letter? La AJ. There it is. See, it's like the two L's are together. La AJ. Let's try another one. This one should be easy. Ah. Ah. There. Did you get this? Ah. There it is. Ah, and you should know that one. Maybe you can recognize this one too. M. M. Sounds a lot like the one in English. Did you write down la M? Did you get that? Okay. One more, and this one should be very easy for you. O. La O. Did you write down la O? That one? Very good. Now, if we put all of those letters together, we'll spell out this word. Ready? Llamo. Llamo. And that should look familiar to you from our last unit. Remember when we asked this question, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? Remember that? And you answered by saying, Me llamo Roberto. Okay, now don't go saying Roberto unless that's your name. You go ahead and say your name. Does anyone remember what else we talked about in our last unit? We talked about greetings, phrases, colors, parts of the body, parts of the head. Muy bien. Now, as I told you earlier, the title of this unit is ¿Cuánto y cuándo? Okay? Now, if you look at this, you can tell it's a question because there's a question mark right over here, right? You can tell it's a question. But do you notice over here? There's an upside down question mark. An upside down question mark, right? Well, in Spanish, they put an upside down question mark at the beginning of a sentence so that you know that it's a question right when you start. Can you guys write it? Try to write an upside down question mark. Go ahead and write one on your scratch paper there. Okay. Yeah. Seems to me like it's a pretty good idea to have a question mark at the beginning of the sentence. That way, you know right from the beginning, right when you start to read, that it's a question instead of having to wait until you get all the way to the end of the sentence. Well, I tell you what, since we're on the subject, what are the question words in English? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. See if you can tell your teachers what the question words are in English. How about who, what, when, where, how much, how, which? Okay? All of those are question words. Well, believe it or not, in Spanish, we have the same questions, only we have different words. Now, teachers, in your bulletin board materials, I've included something called a question board. You might want to blow yours up, not literally, but make it bigger, and put it up somewhere in your classroom. Here's what it looks like. Okay? There's the question board. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and look at the individual questions, question words right now, and see if you can figure out what they mean. ¿Quién? Well, this one looks like it's talking about a person or people. This one asks, who? Who? ¿Dónde? Well, on a park bench, at home, in the North America. ¿Dónde means where? ¿Qué? A pen or pens? Fishing? A bunch of people fishing? ¿Qué is what? What? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuándo has to do with time and dates. ¿Cuándo means when. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? On a bike or with a hammer. ¿Cómo means how. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cuánto? ¿Cuánto? Money or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many? How many is cuánto? And cuál? Let's see. This one, this one, this one. Is it this one? Which? Cuál means which. Okay. Now, when we talk about the word cuántos, what are we going to use to answer when I say how many? We'll usually use a number. We're going to go over the numbers right now, and I'll bet that a lot of you remember them from last unit. Okay, repitan. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, And then we talk about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We talk about 10. We talk about the tens. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Now, when we talk about numbers in English, we talk about the units, the tens, and the hundreds. We do the same things in Spanish. These are unidades. Unidades are units. Decenas comes from 10 for tens, and centenas comes from 100 for 100, or the hundred spot. So we have hundreds, tens, and ones, just like in English. Now we can do the same thing in Spanish with the numbers that we do in English. We just do it a little bit differently, right? For example, I can do something called sumando. Sumando. And this is what sumando looks like. Dos más dos son. Now, who can guess what sumando means? That's right. And if you remember from your math, the answer when you add two numbers together is called the sum. So sumando and sum kind of makes sense. Yeah? Now, did you hear when I read that I said the word más? What does it mean? It means plus. It's like the word that we use for our greetings. When we weren't bien, but we weren't really mal, we were kind of más o menos. That's right. Now, another thing that I can do with my numbers is called restando. This is what restando looks like. 4 menos 2 son. Son 2. Restando, can you guess what restando means? It's subtracting. Okay. Now, look at this. When you take 2 away from 4, what is the rest? Get it? Rest? Restando? Okay. That's an easy way for me to remember. Now, what word did we use for minus? Okay. Remember we used más for plus. And when we don't feel really good, we say más o menos. So the word for minus is menos. Does that look like a cognate to you? Yeah, very good. Well, I tell you what, right now I'd like for all of you to review the numbers again with this video. Okay, and I'd like you to repeat as much as you can. Ahora, presten atención y repitan todos. Unos números. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Muy bien. Ahora saquen la hoja de actividades llamada sumando y restando. It looks like this. Go ahead and write your name up there. Voy a escribir mi nombre, R-O-V-E-R-T-O. Now it says complete the addition and subtraction problems below. Say the problem and answer out loud in Spanish. So I've got this here. 4 más 3 son, well, I can do this pretty easily and write that number up there. And I'm going to write it in Spanish too. 7. And that is sumando, right? Sumando when we get the sum. And I've given you some down here also for restando. 8 menos 5 son. And I can write the number, or I can write the word out in Spanish. And then say the whole problem in Spanish. 8 menos 5 son 3. Then down at the bottom, it says read the following problems out loud and say the answer in Spanish. Now please note if the problem is addition or subtraction, okay? So you guys can go ahead and practice that. It'll give you a chance to go over your math and go over your Spanish too. Today, we talked about what we studied in the last unit, okay? We reviewed the number system in Spanish. You all seem to be doing a really good job. Keep practicing those numbers because we're going to be using them again and again. Now, for our goodbye song today, I'd like to do a song about numbers with you, okay? So, sometimes when we add, we say 2 plus 2 equals 4, or we can say 2 and 2 are 4, right? Okay. Well, they can do the same thing in Spanish. They can say 2 más 2 son 4, or they can say 2 y 2, because the y means and. So this song is just about adding. What do you get when you have 2 y 2? Son 4. 4 y 2 son 6. Well, this song is about adding, and it goes like this. 2 y 2 son 4, 4 y 2 son 6, 6 y 2 son 8 y 8 y 2 son 10. Okay, let's try it one more time, and this time I'd like to hear you sing with me. 2 y 2 son 4, 4 y 2 son 6, 6 y 2 son 8 y 8 y 2 son 10. As all the songs, that one is in the LPGs, the teacher's guide, or it's in the student resource notebook. Until our next class, adios, hasta luego. 2.